Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's Where the News Goes.
That wasn't too bad.
With your host, us.
Yeah, us.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, let's go this way.
I'm Dave,
I'm Jeff.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Jason.
and we're talking about the news.
This past week's worth of news, more or less.
Mainly.
General
happenings.
news.
General.
Yeah,
Tech, video
just
games,
things.
Stuff.
shit we like, shit we don't like, but mostly shit we like, because, let's be honest here.
We want to be positive. We don't want to be a negative news program.
We were negative last week.
We were negative the week prior as well. And starting off with that, UK Advertising Board basically slapped EA with a, no, you can't use the term free-to-play.
Good.
Yeah. Well, what they were saying is, it was for this game, like some dungeon game.
Dungeon Keeper, the new mobile platform version of it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, there we are.
I don't know how new it is. I think it's a couple months old at this point, but
It was a government agency making a ruling on it, so
Could be
definitely a bit old.
Yeah.
As the British Advertising Standards Authority. Oof. Basically, they're saying, in general free-to-play terminology, they were referencing that you can play these games for free, but to actually be able to do anything in the later, more the middle and end game parts, you have to pay. Because you be sitting there, you got these timers that are literally days worth of time, and what you can do for no money is inconsequential. So you have to pay to actually play the game. So using the term free-to-play is invalid. You can't use that term.
Because it's a pay to win.
Yeah.
Right.
It's technically free to play because it's free to download or whatever.
Yeah, but to actually get any gaming out of it, you have to start playing. Or paying, yeah. Which I think it makes sense.
It's been a trend. It started to be a trend with all those Facebook games. They started, just pay
Yeah, I was gonna
$5
say,
to do this faster.
Farmville or Candy Crush, all those.
Yeah. And that's kind of what this board is. And it's not... EA was just kind of the whipping boy for this first case, but they're just kind of saying, in general, that term... You can't use that term in advertising anymore.
They had to make an example of someone.
Yeah, and that was the biggest one.
it's definitely a step in the right direction, I think, just for games in general. Some agency needs to step up and start saying, and the players have to stop playing these games.
Yeah.
To really... I like the idea of a free-to-play model, and I think there are some games
There's some
that
great
do
games out
free-to-play
there, yeah.
really well. I don't think 90% of free-to-play games do it right at all. They're not fun, and they're just trying to make a buck, and it's frustrating. But hopefully, with this new
Trend.
Yes,
Hopefully
this
ruling,
trend.
and that becomes
Yes.
a trend, we should
Yeah.
say. Because it's just one government board, advertising board, basically. But yeah, no, I think it makes sense. They gotta stop using that term. If it's not...
Yeah,
If I
it's
can't actually...
free.
Yeah.
it's interesting they're starting from the advertising perspective, like, well, we're not going to say, there's anything wrong with this game, there's just wrong in the way you identify this game.
Which is fine. No. If they can make a game like this, that's perfectly
whatever they want.
A-okay.
Yeah.
But you're not playing anything. So that's what they're saying. Like, you can call it free to look at screens. Like, oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Free to download.
Like, oh, man, yeah.
Well, you're bringing in people who think they're getting a full game, and
And that's fun because, I play Hawken, which is a free-to-play first-person robot game. And I can play and I can level up just as fine. You can buy basically booster packs to be able to buy different types of robots. But what the game also does is they give you 3, prefab robots. So I'm not just buying a robot blind. It's like, oh no, I played with this class. I really like how it handles. That fits more my play style. All right, instead of leveling up, let me just buy it. Or I can just grind through and play, which, because it's a video game, I'm going to do anyway. So, that's one good model.
Yeah.
You can buy, emoticon things, like stupid little skins and whatnot, that you really don't need at all.
Yeah, League of Legends, similar. It's a great free-to-play model. Everything is free. They have new content for people who don't want to pay anything to play every week. You earn points to buy characters, or you can pay money for characters, and then pretty much the only thing that you need money to get are special skins.
Right.
And that's the way to do it. So, if anyone in the gaming industry is watching this, just keep it in mind. We don't like paying for games.
Oh no, I love.
Give them to us
No.
for free.
No, I think I summarized that point well.
No, you did, because
Definitely.
I love free to play because I'm getting a game for free. That's awesome. I'd rather have the trend being think more things are free to play where I pay for what I really want than let me pay for a game and not have a game.
Yeah.
Like I hate that stuff. Like all the
Yeah.
cash grab DLCs. I'm like, oh my! I love expansion packs. I will pay for great DLC, no problem. But it has to be worth the money. I can't see it's like, oh no, it's a basic generic gun pack. Like, well, why didn't you put more?
Right.
Or if it is a gun pack,
Why didn't it come with it?
yeah, give like me some incentive. Like, oh no, it comes with these guns, this, that, and the other thing. All right, cool. But
Yeah.
whatever.
All right.
Moving on. Who
Next
wants-
topic. Here we go.
Anyone?
Jeffrey,
You want me to go?
let's go.
Yeah.
Alright. So, basically, I'm bad at finding news articles, as has been shown in previous of these things, where I don't really bring anything to the table but my opinion. So,
But even that.
even that, I mean. So, I'm gonna start trying to find cool stuff on websites like Kickstarter or Fundraiser, and I'm gonna bring them to the forefront of attention. And if you're into it, maybe check them out, contribute something. This week, I'm gonna talk about Grapple Force Rena, which is a game by a guy whose name I can't read right now.
We're trying to use some technology.
Yeah, we have like a screen and it's words. Tim Jenkins. Tim Jenkins is the creator of this game. He already made 2 levels, and he's just looking for a bit more money to really blow this thing up and make it a real game. Now, why I think this is interesting, it's not so much the gameplay, which is you're a character and you have a grappling hook and you grapple on anything you can find and you pick up enemies with it and throw them at other enemies. It's fun gameplay stuff, but the part that interests me is A, it's a browser game, which makes it really accessible across all platforms, and B, it's a game that's going to be released episodically, and it's a platformer that's going to be released episodically, and that's not something I've seen before, and I want to know how he intends to really, flesh out the story and, grow everything, and maybe different gameplay down the line as, what he finds entertaining changing and based on feedback from players. I'm excited about this project. I contributed myself. It's, the great things about Kickstarter and a lot of these fundraiser stuff is you can just contribute $1, $5 and gain access to all this awesome stuff.
I like Kickstarter. I funded a wallet. They usually have a ton of wallets, and I love wallets. The smaller the wallet that holds the most stuff, I'll buy that. I did that when we went, Heather and I went on a Cape May trip, and I bought a wallet. I didn't buy a thing, like a postcard or something. I found this wallet. I'm like, oh, that's a perfect wallet. It's small, it's thin, holds just enough cards. I'm weird like that. So that's why I like Kickstarter. I found every wallet you could think of is going to be on Kickstarter.
So,
awesome.
Do you own multiple wallets?
Yeah, no, I own about 3 or 4.
What?
Yeah, this might not be a thing you notice.
That's a
about
lot
me.
of money to hold.
I've owned 3 wallets in my life. The first one broke, and then 5 years later, the second one broke. I'm on the 3rd one. I don't.
Yeah, within the past year, past 2 years, I think I bought 3.
That's so many wallets.
I like them. I like just trying out new different.
alright.
I have different changing needs.
I would lose
months.
money if I had multiple wallets.
I don't. I've never lost a single card yet. So
Yes, I know. I believe you. I would lose money.
Fair enough. But I like Kickstarter, and recently I just funded Rooster Teeth's bout into making a full production movie.
Oh, the movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
on,
neat.
like-
Yeah.
on Indiegogo. I think it's still going. I think this is
still
its
going.
last day.
Yeah.
So it's on Indiegogo, Rooster Teeth. I don't find it. You know how to internet if you want to support it. And I dropped, I think, $15 because I love it. I've been following Rooster Teeth stuff for years, and the moment they announced that, I'm like, yep, all right, fine. I bought the Blu-ray package,
Nice.
so that'd be fun. I like this crowdfunding or
Crowdsourcing.
yeah, it's not crowdfunding, crowdsourcing. Because Kickstarters, they always say they're not a production company. Like you're not funding to get like if it's the wallet, you're not buying a wallet. They're not a storefront.
Right.
You're not buying the game. If the developer or the manufacturer uses this as a package, you're like, oh hey, support $20, you get the thing. Great, good on them. But if they fail, that's not on us. Like you didn't buy a product, you funded a company.
Yeah.
You're an investor.
They didn't make.
Well,
But
and at
not
the same
quite.
time,
You're not quite an investor because that term they
donating.
can't use. Yeah, you're
You're
donating.
donating, yeah.
well, and it's nice the way Kickstarter at least works. It's not all the websites work this way, but if the company doesn't raise enough money, no one pays anything.
Right.
It doesn't take money until it meets its goal at the end of its deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. So maybe I didn't contribute to this, but I tried to.
And this is
The other important thing is, I think it's just so important to, support small creative endeavors by a couple people who are trying to just, have fun and enjoy their lives. So,
Support those people.
yeah. I'm sure we'll have a link to the Kickstarter page underneath the video, so check it out. It looks like a pretty awesome game. It already has 2 levels.
and it's browser based, which is cool.
Yes.
Because it makes it instantly accessible to anyone who knows how to use the internet. That's kind of fun, and it looks actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. I think that's my
thank you, Jeff.
No, it's fine.
Bravo.
Bro.
Oh, well, it's another thing. It's the Kickstarter I'm going to be getting soon in like 2 weeks. The Dr. McNinja board game.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's a card game, most of a board game, just like legendary battles. But where it's like, I have a Dr. McNinja card as well as a giant lumberjack axe card, and I'm fighting, the space station.
I can get behind this.
Yeah, no,
Where does
it's
that
gonna
go
be
up?
great. Well, it's funded and everything. You can still
okay.
you can still like pre-order it.
All right.
Which is actually what I did a couple weeks ago. I don't know. It's just a card game. It's awesome. It's Dr.
Nice.
McNinja. I don't know. A lot of people on the internet know what that is.
That's a.
I know what it is. I love it.
You know a lot of weird internet things.
I do,
Same.
but they're popular. There's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
millions of people who are
Yeah.
aware of what Dr. McNinja is.
It's
So
true.
I'm not alone.
So fun. I
That's
like
great. Doctors and ninjas.
it. Doctors and ninjas.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah, so I guess I'll go next.
Yeah. What do you got, Dave?
My topic, I went more technology instead of
Yeah,
video
that's-
games, and I want to talk about how this
forgive
week Bitcoin is now accepted at Newegg.
Which is cool.
Newegg.com, one of the biggest computer parts.
They are like trying to
sellers.
get in like other things, but they're predominantly known for
Yeah, they're. I mean, it's computer
Great
parts.
deals on computer stuff.
right. Very easy. You just I want to build this. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's how I built part of my PC. I got half from Newegg, half from Amazon Prime
Because that free shipping.
Amazon Prime. Oh,
Dad appreciate
that's a whole episode by itself. I can talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Definitely getting more worth it.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime
every day
subscription.
more worth it. And but now back to the Bitcoins. I think it's great that we're getting different payment methods now. I hate PayPal for their shady business practices.
They have shady business practices?
I think it's been known for.
I use PayPal. I never knew
I use
this.
it all the time.
It's
I
they
never knew they were shady.
they have a
What's shady?
tendency to freeze funds whenever they want. A lot of times, and
To who? When has this happened?
Oh, the
Soon.
WikiLeaks guy.
Point out
yeah,
examples.
just Google about PayPal, and you will see that they are not the most straightforward company.
No, it's eBay that owns PayPal, not Google.
Are you saying Google?
Who owns
Yeah,
eBay?
no. Google, I was thinking like, who
Doesn't
owns
Disney own
Oh.
eBay?
Yeah. I know. No, eBay is its own thing.
eBay owns
No, I
eBay.
thought- No, I thought Disney did. All right.
Nope.
But yeah, I think Bitcoin is a lot more secure.
I think Disney owns
Well,
everything.
you say
I got
that,
it.
but these last couple months have not been
Makes
kind
sense.
to
They do. They
Bitcoin.
do a lot of things.
The Mount Knox or whatever it's called got hacked and it closed down.
Okay,
That doesn't exist anymore.
MT Gox. That's how I say it. Because
I-
it's not Mount.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
MT Mountain.
No, I like Mount Gox.
Yeah, right.
It
Sounds like Fort Knox.
That was a.
That's what I thought it was a playoff of.
It started off of trading for cards. What card game? It's
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Magic the Gathering. That's what it
started.
stands for. Magic the Gathering. MT
Knox.
Gathering or Exchange or something. That's what it was called. And it started out as an exchange to trade Magic the Gathering cards, and then all of a sudden they ended up
Trading Bitcoin.
trading Bitcoins. And then the owner decided to, I don't know where the Bitcoins went. He must have lost them or something like that. That's what it kind of ended up being.
He lost them.
And so he came out saying that they were hacked. But, I mean, a lot of people looked into it and, like, looked, because with Bitcoin transaction, it's all, anyone can see it. It's all open source. You can see that, you can see the change. And then it seems that they were never there to begin with. They were dishing out funds that they didn't really have yet. They were just hoping that Bitcoin prices were going to keep going up to cover their asses almost. And then, of course, when they went from their highest, like I think it was $1,200 per Bitcoin, and then now it like crashed down to like in the 300s. Now it's back up to like 600s, but still, it's nowhere near what it was worth back then. So people,
which may have been an inflated price anyway.
And then in any crashing market, people are trying to withdraw, and they didn't have the money to, so they froze all withdrawals for a long time because they didn't have the money to give it out. So they just kind of cut their losses and declared bankruptcy.
They had that one guy who was using it to like basically launder drugs.
Oh, with the Silk Road.
Yeah,
using
Silk
Bitcoins.
Road. See, that was kind of a blow.
That was clever.
Yeah, it was clever and painfully obvious because they are untraceable. They're completely anonymous. That's why governments don't like them.
He got caught for being stupid.
Stupid.
He
was selling to Fed agents.
No, he like released his name on like various forums. He had the same username throughout all the different forums, and he in one of his posts said his like real name and like where he lived or something like that.
It was very
so the
smart.
Fed's just like, all right, well, let's go get it.
Like, I think he listed a hit on someone, but jokingly.
Oh,
but not really, but kind of.
There was all this drama about it, but getting back to the future.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Bitcoin, you say secure, but it's not 100%. It's just like any currency.
I mean, if you can...
You can launder it. You can lie about it. You can steal it.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had
it.
Bitcoins, I can spend them however I want.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't need to, like, PayPal and be like, all right, well, let me type in my bank account information so PayPal can take it out of my bank account. I don't need my bank account. I just need my Bitcoin wallet.
Which is your Bitcoin
So you
bank
trust, like, your Bitcoin wallet more than you trust a bank, is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's very secure.
It's the same thing.
Like, what if I want to buy something online from some website that I don't really know about, and I'm not going to type in my credit card information. Why would I do that?
Gift card, preloaded Amex card.
Why are you buying from shady? What are you buying from shady websites, Dave?
Porn, Jeff. It's porn.
You can get porn from me, Dave. Anything you want.
Like in most of our discussions and on the internet, everything ends in either kittens, porn, or t-shirts.
So I mean, it's just a very secure if you know how to use it, and I think it's great that the world is moving towards digital currencies.
The thing is, I don't think it's any more secure or less secure than any other currency. The thing I think it is nice about it is I can be anywhere in the world, and it doesn't matter
but
where I
anymore
am.
With a Visa card, you can do that as
well.
well.
But that's the thing. I don't need to worry about exchange rates or anything. It's a Bitcoin's a Bitcoin.
I mean,
until I start going into government currencies, like if I want to
fiat,
transfer to dollars, then there's a transfer. But if I just want to spend all in Bitcoins, I can buy a Starbucks coffee, if Starbucks ever took them, and China or Shanghai, and then still buy that same Starbucks coffee in, New York with my Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. So it is kind of convenient. It's a true global currency in the fact that it's not tied to anyone.
It's so much more convenient because I mean, right now it's if you have a friend in Spain or something, you want to transfer him money. The only options are PayPal or MoneyGram, both which cost money.
Yeah.
But with Bitcoin, I can send it to his wallet. It costs very, very little in the transaction fees, and he gets it almost instantly. With like MoneyGrams, it's like, oh, it's going to take 5 to 7 business days,
makes no
whatever.
sense.
Cashing a check, it takes 3 days to clear.
It also makes no sense.
Yeah.
So I like the instant, I'm going to buy this right now, there goes the funds.
Dude, even
I
checks
bought
have
it.
changed. I instantly deposited a check, because usually it takes 3 to 5 business days, but the bank's like, no, the funds are available now. I'm like, wait, what happened to processing time? We don't have them. Like, oh.
Because it still takes the 3 days to process. but they know it's going to come out because they.
Which means they don't actually
Check
doesn't
it.
take.
It just doesn't
3
have
days
to process because they know that all right,
It's
we
there.
took it out of their account, so you can have it.
There's no processing. It's all made up. Because if they say we can give you this money,
But you can
because
still.
we know it's cleared, there's no processing. They're just saying it.
Yeah, but if you like write a check, you can actually use the funds that were used for the check, and within 3 days put it back in, and they won't know the difference
Oh yeah, in that regard, yeah, they won't know the difference.
because it physically did not.
Do anything.
They just took it out
Kind
of your bank account. The whole bank system. It all
It's old,
works on 3 to 5 days.
pretty much.
Lag.
Oh well, I mean in America. In America, it takes 3
Yes.
to 5 days.
Yes.
In other countries, which are apparently less advanced than ours, Sweden, they measure their processing time in seconds.
Exactly. That's what we need.
Our system is based off of the 70s.
But who thinks Sweden is less advanced than America?
Americans.
I don't know. Sweden always seemed like a pretty...
Future place.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being...
Very
I mean-
progressive. They're very progressive.
Which, speaking of the future, that's one of the things I do kind of like about Bitcoins. It feels like we're getting close to the point where it's like
The
Batman
credits?
Beyond, and it's just everyone's using credits for everything.
Or like Star Wars, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's 300 credits. The fuck is a credit? Doesn't matter, it's 300 of them.
Yeah, and
All
it's
right.
universal,
Whatever,
and
it's like-
prices, they might vary from planet to planet, but,
The credit's a credit's a credit.
yeah.
Which I enjoy. I do like that transition. I mean, the U.S. dollar more or less had that role for a very long time. It was the global currency. There was the U.S. dollar, then the global U.S. dollar. Which, it's weird that they're different. Very slight differences, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah, none of us care.
Yeah, I know. None of you care either. I don't even care. I just, it's interesting.
You just know this.
Yes, it's things that I learn. But, it is interesting that Newegg jumped on that.
Yeah.
Because that's another big person that accept them.
Overstock. Now new
That they
egg.
take, I mean, those Bitcoin ATMs, they were being manufactured. How the hell's that process going?
They're around the world. I think I just read something today about a Bitcoin / Dogecoin. However you
Dogecoin.
say it.
Dogecoin?
Doge.
Dogecoin?
Yeah, that's still around too, isn't it?
That's a thing.
They have a
That's a fun
NASCAR.
thing.
They have a car
That was great.
on NASCAR. yeah.
Something that didn't exist last November.
God,
Funded a
NASCAR.
NASCAR car for like 3 races. That's fantastic.
it's so funny. It was in like the Indy 500. It was chilling.
That's crazy.
I'm like, oh, all right.
Something that didn't exist. Something that
Bitcoin didn't have that.
it's a currency that like there's no physical coins or anything, but it funded
It's
a NASCAR.
still a
It
very
raised
small
$50,000
currency.
in like a matter of days.
It's an interesting. That's also the weird thing I see, like kind of discrediting Bitcoin, is how easy it is to make these other currencies. Like we have Dogecoin, there's Kanye West dollars now. I'm like,
There's
wait,
a ton of them.
like what?
You have to be Kanye West to buy them.
Yes, but
But
they
it's like,
exist.
they kept cropping up. A lot of them just fizzled out because no one gave a shit.
Yeah, because the most important thing is them
People.
being
Volume.
accepted places.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of having
Dogecoin
some
ATMs.
random currency if no one if like, oh, can I buy a coffee with it? No.
No, why?
So then why? Like, what's it worth? It's worth nothing. All right, then that's it.
Yeah.
But like with Bitcoin, it's like, oh, I want to buy a new Intel processor.
And
I
then,
can.
Yeah, on Newegg.
Yeah. So now, I mean,
But
as
see,
long as
right-
it gets used everywhere, that's
I mean, I
where it
can't
gets,
now.
the
I
value
can't buy a
comes from.
coffee with the Bitcoin, so it still has no value to me because now I still would need Bitcoin if I just want to do online stuff, but I'd still need the dollar, American dollar, because we're in the U.S. to buy my coffee. I'm like, well, all right, and the dollar still buys online things. I don't need Bitcoin.
Yeah.
My dollar still takes places of both until I can use Bitcoin in the real world.
everyday life.
I'm like, all right, maybe I'd consider it, but it hasn't gotten there. And I don't care about it. Convenience. Make it easy.
Yeah. I like convenience.
Yeah.
Convenience, security.
And I think that'd probably be the biggest thing that holds back Bitcoin. Because there got a lot of these people, it's like, yeah, but I have a dollar. The hell's Bitcoin? So they're not just going to use it. So it's going to kind of stay in this amorphous
Well, I
future.
mean, that's why it was so popular with the Silk Road. You couldn't
Yeah.
use dollars because you'd be traced back and
Yeah, that's, well, I mean, there's
you
a
just
certain
bought a
group of
pound
people.
of cocaine using your bank account.
Congratulations. I mean, there's people who enjoy that aspect of it. But, it's interesting. I want to see where it goes.
I love it. No matter where it goes, I just love this topic. It's interesting.
Well,
I mean,
it's a new
It is.
kind of money, and you are all about money. You studied money in college.
what, like 6 years ago it didn't exist, and now bitcoins have a market cap of millions upon millions of dollars.
It's true.
It's
Yes, that's why you're interested.
fantastic.
Yeah. You've got an economist,
Financial
a
engineer.
financial engineer, a nurse dancer, and a vagabond.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, let's get back on
Anyway,
task.
so
What do you have to talk about, my love?
Hearthstone is now banning female players from its tournament. Well, not banning, but we're being segregated, and I don't appreciate it, and it's stupid.
It is.
That's how I feel about that. They're saying male-only Finnish players are allowed.
Oh,
In
it's
for their
the
tournament.
Finnish. To be fair, it is the Finnish
Well, whatever.
Hearthstone
It's rude.
Gaming League, or the Finnish Assembly.
Yeah, and I mean, you know those Finnish people.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I thought they, were a progressive lot.
They should be.
Am I
They
just
never
lumping,
reached that end goal.
Am I just
like,
lumping all
what
of
is it
like
called?
not America?
The Nordic countries
into progressive?
They should be. I
Oh,
thought they
weird.
were, and apparently they're not.
So to get this straight, they're having 2 tournaments, one for women and one
Yes.
for men.
Yes.
Yes, completely
Yeah,
segregated.
and Hearthstone is the Blizzard card trading battle game they just released.
Which is super interesting that I will never play because I tried to log into my Blizzard account, forgot my password, fine, whatever, I go through the steps, I answer my secret question, I get it wrong, I clearly misspelled 1 or 2 things, but the question was, what school did I go to? I know what school I went to. So I was like, well, whatever, I'll just send an email. I sent an email to the guys who were supposed to help me with that. I gave them the question, I gave them the answer, I gave them my login information that I remembered.
And they
Never
have to.
heard back from them.
Oh,
Then, it's 2 weeks later, I was like, well, this game looks really neat. I want to give it a shot. It's free to play. Let me just send another email out. I sent another email out saying something very similar. Didn't get anything back. So, I'm debating sending a third email now, 2 months later. But I'm just pissed off. They didn't even,
nothing.
contact me back saying, oh, we can't help you. Just nothing back. Blizzard, come on.
Get your
What are you
customer
doing?
service.
I fell in love with StarCraft 2. No, StarCraft
Not
1,
anymore.
Warcraft 2. Those games.
Yeah, but anyway,
They were so good.
This
Gender
is
segregation. Ruining
gender
it.
segregation ruins everything beautiful about Hearthstone and esports, and it makes their reasoning
What is that
was
quote from?
I don't know.
It's so passionate.
it's not.
And there's
it's-
a picture above it. It's really intense.
the audience doesn't see this. That's a link to another article.
Wow.
And that's the title of the other article.
Wow, it's really intense.
It's a link.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
We know how to internet.
Mm.
And I love the reasoning of this organization, the
It's
International
terrible.
Esports Foundation, I think
Right.
it is, IESF. They're like, oh, well, for the head sports leagues, apparently that's
They
an
said they
organization.
consulted them.
Yeah, the overarching, we make rules for sports leagues. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was an actual thing that
Okay.
existed. They have rules to be considered a legitimate sport, you need to make sure I think their logic is they may make sure men and women can compete on equal footing. And a lot of sports like football, it's hard to do
Right.
very easily. So I'm like, all right, fine. They don't have any women's football. Not to my women's football, American football, not soccer.
Probably
The one
small
with
leagues, but
the pigskins and the guys in giant
Tight
pads
hats.
that punch each other. Well,
Yeah, that one.
You know that was a punch.
So you're saying
Whatever.
their
I wasn't allowed to
reasoning,
play football.
their reasoning is separate but equal?
Essentially, yeah. Well, yeah, this league. So I think what the sports thing is no, they need to make sure everyone can compete without any weird things, which I guess is fine. But for a lot of sports, I think
Well,
they just got lazy.
They don't want people to have advantages, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah, physical advantages. But why couldn't you
do this in esports.
co-ed?
Yeah, clearly
Which
this is not a
yes.
game that requires pure physical athleticism.
Intellect. I would
Yeah.
say.
Possibly,
To
at
succeed.
worst, some physical endurance of just sitting in a chair for a couple
Yeah.
of days. But
But they don't need 2 separate leagues.
No.
It's stupid.
It
It's
doesn't make any
asinine.
sense.
And I'm this could be one of if this wants to be a sport, oh no, we're viewing everyone equal. Anyone can player. We don't care who you are. Yeah, you can be in this league. You can be in this tournament.
Well, that's kind of the cool thing about esports. Yeah, maybe
they
I
can't say
could
that.
I could play football in a league of guys, and why not?
Right.
Because I'm not limited by physical capabilities that I don't have.
Madden. You could do something like that. I don't know if there's esports for Madden.
There
I don't.
There are.
Are there?
Do you
There are
go?
tournaments.
Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been another Where the News Go, episode 3? 4.
Or
5?
4.
We're not counting.
We are.
Okay.
It's
I thought
episode
we were
4.
Just, all right.
If you like the video, hit that like button. If you really like the video, why don't you subscribe? If you think your friends would like this video, why don't you share this video with your friends and tell them to like and subscribe? You know, make a nice little explosion of liking and subscribing. And on top of that, you can find us on Twitter at WTTGo, on Facebook at facebook.com/WTTGo, and on WordPress at wordthebloggo.wordpress.com, and also on Twitter at, or not Twitter, on Reddit at reddit.com/r/WTTG.
Gee.
That's a weird link.
All right, cool. Let's go get s'mores, guys.
Oh my god, I love some s'mores.
oh no.
I'm gonna break the couch.
I assumed we would all leave. That's what I was going to be.
I was trying, and then it was just.
There's a lot in the way. That was fun.